Here we're going to take a look at Myro, see if we can figure out what's going on here. All right, with this thing, obviously pulling back. Looks like it's going to take out the low on the left, which would probably mean a move down lower. Okay, now we have Bitcoin breaking a serious trend here. Where we're going to get, you can see it right here, broke that trend line. We're looking for something here with this thing, like an ABC or something, right, to get this alt season going. Is that going to help Myro? I don't know. It all depends if it holds this low that it's probably going to come in here. I'm hopefully looking for something like this. Maybe a pullback down here, 78, a B back up, alt season start, get rejected up here, and a C wave down. Down 60,000. That would be the closing top over here, and ride that for the bear market. Maybe, might pull down lower. But Bitcoin dominance, excuse me, has just not done anything yet, right? I mean, you would expect something here, like I know Caspa. I just did a Caspa video. Has all kinds of bullish divergence on it, right? Looks like it pulled right back into the box that I put on there. And it looks like it's going to run up here. You have over here, you have 2017 fall, bear market, run back up, run back up, run back up, alt season. Bear market, run back up, run back up. You should have alt season, right? A fall here. That should just be normal. It's hanging out up here, scaring people. We're down to a 16 on the fear and greed index. That's good news, because what does that normally mean when it gets down there? Normally means bottom has come in. Okay, temporary bottom, whatever, and some kind of bounce is coming. Right, we come over here and look at here's your fear and greed index. This is what stinks is it only goes back to 2023, but last time we're at a 16 right up here, pretty low, man. We were at a 15 yesterday. Last time it got down into this range, this red, marked the bottom and had a nice run back up here. Bitcoin ran back up. What it run back up to here? About 107, it looks like. From down here, it was at 79. Back up to 107. That was about our top there, right? Let's see. 109, and then it's falling back down here into this area, this red area again. We got to get a bounce back up here, get an ABC out of this thing, and get this Bitcoin dominance rolling. I hope so, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see this thing roll over and go. The monthly RSI is right at the bottom, kind of similar to over here. It came to the bottom, had a little bounce, and then it rolled over. It's at the bottom. Does it come up a little bit and then roll over here? I don't know. Back in 2017 over here, it was at the bottom. When we had our alt season. Look at it down here. The monthly, it was at the very bottom, right there when alt season started. It stayed down there, ran up a little bit. The weekly. Alt season we're right at the top on the weekly. Come back here 2017, where was it at? It was right at the top. It broke down. Boom, 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 down to the bottom down here. Right down to the bottom. So we'll see what happens. Trying to figure this out, obviously. How about the regular RSI? Do we have any bearish divergences on it or anything? Let's look. Down here we have this low and a lower low, right? Here we have this low and a higher low. We're hoping for, obviously, a breakdown, right? The monthly, look at the monthly. That low and a higher low, they're pretty much the same in there. Back here was your alt season. It was way down here. 2021, it was right about up here. Alt season, here we are here. You know, this thing's ran up the whole way. You know, does it break down? You know, get down there. You know, we're gonna have to see what happens, right? I mean, that's just the way it goes. If I knew for sure, that'd be fantastic. But looking for an ABC out of Bitcoin, that's what we want to see. Over in Discord, we did pretty decent this week. We trade no matter what. That never stops. If you're a day trader, you keep trading, right? You don't just say, oh, Bitcoin's topped. That's it. I think Bitcoin's topped. Honestly, I do. But we're looking for a B wave up and a C wave down, hopefully for an alt season here. But that never changes. You just don't quit day trading. You keep trading. So if you're interested, guys, have 2 links in the description of the video. Here's weeks. New people only, and you have to use the link in the description of the video to get these bonuses. If you put 100, what is it? Link your phone number and your email, you get $10 to $100 coupon. Follow them on social media, $15. If you invite your friends, you can earn $50, and you'll also receive invite friends, earn $50, and then your invitee will also earn $10. Down here, these are the ones here that are pretty awesome. Deposit $100 and hold it for at least 3 days. And they'll put a $100 bonus in your account. $400 or $500, and you hold it for 3 consecutive days. They put $400 in there. If you make a net deposit of $1,000 and hold it for 3 days, you get a $500 position airdrop. Deposit $2,000, hold at least hold at least $3,000 for 3 days, and you get $2,000 position airdrop. There's more on there too, but down here they got all kinds of cool stuff. Trading volume. You know, if you get it up to $1 million, $150. 500,000, $75. You know, and it goes on and on down through here. You know, up to $5 million, $600. 10 million, $1,200, and 30 million, $2,250. Sounds like a lot of money, like 5 million. That's not, guys. When you're leverage trading, it adds up very, very fast. And then the other one is Bit2Nex. They got a bunch of stuff over here too. You get, okay, so if you invite a friend and they deposit $100 and complete their first trade, you each get $20. So if you put $100 in there and make a trade, you get a $20 deposit. If you end up trading $10,000, you get an extra $10. So $30 for up to $10,000 in trades. That's pretty awesome. But the Bit2Nex, they're pretty good too. You know, so use the link in the description of the video to get these. I put my link in there. I'd very much appreciate it, guys. Over here on Myro, looking at this thing, it looks like another wave down, don't it? Looks to me like this is what's going on here, right? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th wave down here. How deep? Well, you know, if we go off this here, you know, if you're looking for a retracement, it's went down past that area, right? You know, looking for, let's see, let's measure some stuff out here. You know, what do we got here? Got a 382, right? Closing areas. Probably it looks like a drop down, maybe pull back up, and then another final drop down. Take a measurement on this. You know, and then it does the thing bounce from there? That's the question. You know, and it could be a pretty decent pull down here. You pull this up to the top, right there. You know, you're looking what down at what's this at 0.005, you know, 0.004 to point 0, yeah, right down to about a half 0.004 to 0.005, right down in that area. It looks like that would be a 5th wave down here, right? Like right up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and because it's starting to take this low out over here, right? So it looks like a push down. The measurement off of this wave here, if you use this wick down, pull it up, ties right in down at 0.005. The question is that going to be the bottom, and is it going to turn up from there? The weekly RSI, it's bearish, right? Rolling over, looking for that push down. Is that going to be the final push and then a bounce to the upside? I don't know. Possible, right? That's the hard part when it gets here. It all depends if Bitcoin does this ABC. Your daily, right near the bottom, man. Right near the bottom. Right there. It's come down here. Has it held this? Let's pull this down and see. See if it has held this support here. Yeah, I mean, it's about right on it, isn't it? Let's unlock it and pull it down here. And it could. There's no doubt it could bounce from here. If it holds this trend line, and you got your daily at the bottom, that doesn't bounce from here. That's very, very possible too. This could be a wick down for liquidity and a bounce. That's the hard part right now, right? Does Bitcoin bounce right now, and does it head up? You got a little bit of bullish divergence down here. You got this low over here and a higher low. I'll show it to you here. Let's pull this up. See it? This low here and a higher low coming in, and on price, this was a lower low and a higher low. So you got a little bit of divergence there. 12-hour end of the upside, right? I think as long as it holds this trend line, this thing could go. You start breaking down through 0.00 7, and that's gonna break this trend line. I mean, it's right on it, right? Your 12-hour heading up, 8-hour right at the top, 4-hour turning back up, bullish divergence. Look at the bullish divergence here. Look at this low, higher lows all through here. Does it bounce here? Look at the green candle starting. You're starting to get turn back up to the upside here, right? I mean, it's definitely trying to go. It's holding this trend line and trying to go, right? Now, if it goes, that's great. Worst case scenario, I think you're looking at down here, 0.004 to 0.005, and then a possible bounce, right? Is that when we get a retracement out of this thing? Binance dropping it didn't help, right? I mean, that definitely hurt. If it holds up here, and gets a turn back up, like it's weekly, man, it's so close. Your daily, like I said, is right there, But if it breaks down here and takes out this trend line, at 0.007, if it breaks that, look for it to come down here, 0.005, 0.004. If it holds this and starts bouncing up, that's great. Then this thing could get a bounce to the upside. There's a lot of stuff out there, bullish divergence going on, and some stuff that I think will shock a lot of people here. But the big question is, does Myro hold this low, or does it break that 0.007 and start breaking down and head down here to 0.005, 004? And then bounce. That's the big thing here. Doesn't matter, man. I've seen coins that are completely freaking dead that people don't even touch. Tron. People don't buy that anymore. And look what it did. Look what it did a few weeks ago. You got Litecoin. People aren't buying that anymore. You would think this thing would get a retracement back up here. We'll see what happens. It comes down to 0.004, 005. Could get a bounce back up. That would complete a fifth wave to the downside. If it holds here and does not take out that 0.007 and holds and starts going, that's a great sign. That would mean a retracement's coming in, and all this was down here was a liquidity sweep, and a push back up. But a lot of times, quite honestly, a lot of times these break to the downside. If it holds and goes, that's fantastic. We'll keep a close eye on this thing. All right, thank you so much, guys. Go sign up for that Weeks or Bitfinex. Go sign up for the Level 3 membership in our Discord. Level 3 in the description of the video. We have 160 some members in there, traders. We're in there all the time. We'd love to have you. Have a great day, everybody.